NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Los Angeles Chargers. And off we go from Las Vegas. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Able to power through, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
Play action. It's Herbert. Being chased out left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there for L.A. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Henry. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this is caught by Watkins. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Back to throw. Watkins diving. He's got it. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down,
and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards and just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Charger drive about to get going. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And out across midfield down to the 45.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. A handoff, running left, Henry. He takes this for about 6, down inside the 40. Well, this defense for the Raiders, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while, because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he will find his man Samuel. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Derrick Henry. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 14-7.
Raiders 7. Mitch Wishnowsky set to...
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. 2nd and 5. He finds his man complete. That's Watkins.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And this one complete to Smith. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll look to throw again. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end. And deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown.
But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it, they may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert finds the open man. It's Mike Williams.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's airing it out for Williams. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big gain that time for the Chargers. A 1st down carry for Henry. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Curtis Samuel, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Gonzalez to add the PAT. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches.
3rd and less than a yard.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got his man, it's White. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's 2nd and 8. Smith catches left side. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw here. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And with only 9 seconds remaining and not much time, we'll see how they play this. Herbert off of play action. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The final shot before the break for Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. This is intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. A spin. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to our EA studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll set up to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw again. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And from where we sit, if you had told me that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Herbert on first down now. They'll find Williams on the slant. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time win right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Second and 9 now. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jacobs. And he goes out right around the 39. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield, because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way full steam, and he broke that one up.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're going to try and throw. And he's brought down. with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. They'll run on first down. Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Steps away to his left. Throwing left side, it's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw here, Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Throw right side, complete to Williams. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. 4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 35-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 21. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. On first down, it's Henry. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Out to his left. Touchdown, Chargers. Jalen Guyton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
Good catch made at the 25-yard line. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Chargers are right back in this football game. The Charger drive about to get going. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth-quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 101 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Derrick Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. They'll run on first down. Jacobs. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. Now back to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. The 30. 10, 5, and he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. Third down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter.
Let's go. The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play there for the Raiders. Our offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You've got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got White here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. On 1st down, Shields. And they'll get him down right around the 16. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
The 16-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Once again, it's Jacobs. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth. Carlson on for the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out.
First down, Chargers.
Throwing, Herbert. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now one more shot at it. Obviously, again, they've got to go for the end zone.
Well, we've seen it happen before. How about Aaron Rodgers throughout his career? He seems to pull it off about every other week. But if I'm the defense, I'm rushing the quarterback and making him move away from his throwing arm. That makes it a little bit tougher to get it downfield.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Now Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Down to their last chance now. This is going to have to be a heave for the end zone and just hope for a miracle.
And I don't sit back with everyone back defending. I've got to have somebody rushing the quarterback. Don't make it easy for him to set up and throw the ball all the way downfield.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for but couldn't secure it. And this one's over. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Las Vegas, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons.